couple number 10. This is Ekaterina Bobrova and Dmitri Soloviev, third in Russian nationals, and they go into this freelance lying in 13th place. Chris Howarth alongside Nikki Slater, who's really excited and been looking forward to this all week, to take you through it live this evening.
Ekaterina and Dmitri did one of the best original dances for me in this championship to a Kalinka piece of music. They were very strong in that, and a very good start to their long program. Skaters staying in dance hold and doing deep edges. They've got two specific step sequences to fit into this 4 minutes of skating. Prescribed elements, 2 sets of twizzles done with quite a lot of speed over the ice. That makes it more difficult to do. Serpentine lift, changing direction, staying in the spread eagle position for the man makes it difficult.
Yes, there's no doubt about it. These two can skate all right. First time for them in the World Championships. And they come in as the substitute for Oksana Domnina and Maxim Shabelin. And they've really grabbed the opportunity with both hands, haven't they, Nikki?
They have. I mean, for me, in the original dance, it was so impressive. If you saw it, they skated to Kalinka, fitted all the elements within the program beautifully. And others were trying to skate to Russian folk music, but they did the definitive version. Now, this program, very strong, very competent, but not the level yet that they managed to get in the original dance, which was a whole concept piece. This, not so advanced for me, but very strong skating indeed. Good in the lifts. There's 4 lifts within the overall program, and 2 of those need to be done in 6 seconds, 2 in 12 seconds. So within the free skating, the free dance program, there are required elements that the skaters have to create. Now, in that, it's a difficult lift because he's in a difficult position, and so is the girl. You'll see the girl holding her foot to her head in many places within the different lifts. There's the twizzles. Now, the aim is to do 2 different positions with the arms during those twizzles. They're hard enough to do on their own, but the hands behind the back, in particular, very difficult. Now, we call them features within those twizzles. The other thing, we're looking for loads of things tonight, but it's really the way the balance of the couple works. You want a lot of technical difficulty, but you want to maintain the flow over the ice. And they're a very well-balanced couple. Good on the knee, good edge work. I think, yeah, they're really promising for the future. I mean, they're there now, but it's promising to see them coming onto the world stage and making such an impact.
It certainly is, and they were a bit of a surprise, weren't they? Because they were down in 16th place on the compulsory dance. You may remember that at the beginning of the week, the Argentine tango. And then they came out in the original and skated a blinder, didn't they? 12th place they were then.
They did, and I have a theory that when people come in to a world championship and make an impact, that they have the chance to go and be world champions. If you come in low down, then incrementally you might make your way up maybe to top 10 or something. But if you come in maybe 7th, or used to be coming in around 7th, but now you could come in a little lower than that because the standard is so high. You make an impact, then the judges are going, whoa, watch out. Could be champions one day.
Certainly. Well, these two have already been champions. They were junior world champions last year. So the marks, pretty good. 78.85 their personal best, and that a new season's best for them. Good to see. And they get a total of 164.72, so that's a new season's best for the total score as well, and first place. So they go ahead of the Japanese couple. The Russians leading, that's their allotted slot. But they really have set the standard for this group now. And we'll pretty shortly see whether they're going to be moving up at all, because the next couple to skate are the couple lying just ahead of them in 12th place. Here they are. This is 26-year-old Kimberly Navarro and 23-year-old Brent Bommentre, lying in 12th. And the music for their free dance, Since I've Been Loving You, performed by Corinne Bailey Ray. Super song. Twizzles with a change, without a change of foot, slightly out of alignment on the second part of it. Vocal music, of course, permitted. Can sometimes add, can sometimes take away. Let's see how they do. In and out of the lift, a short lift, getting onto one foot.
very sure. One spin in the program. We're doing a combination spin with a change of foot. Seamless into the straight line step sequence. Beautiful, lovely choice of music. Risky to keep the same rhythm going for the duration of the 4 minutes of the free program, but I think in their case it works. I love their soft knee bend in particular, the way they use the rules and use their knees and the edges through that straight line step sequence.
Load to admire within that. There was some parts of it there in the choreography that was quite open and easy to do. They're choosing to let the edges flow and be a bit more open in the hold, leaving go, more than Ekaterina and Dmitri before them did. And it's easier to skate when you're apart, when you're staying in hold and going from one hold to another on the edges together. That's more difficult technically and would get marked higher by the judges. So for me, there's a question mark in there. Some of those areas, how the judges will mark those. I thought the straight line step sequence, the content too, there could have been a little more, but the way they portrayed the feel of the music, you see it right from the start. The skating technique to that was lovely. The lifts strong and clipped. The one arm lift, the second part of the one arm lift, not quite sure of the look of it. For me, it looked a little ragdollish, but that was the first one, a long lift, worked very well indeed. See that spread eagle position he's in? He stays in it. It's deemed as difficult to do. Certainly would be for many of us. And here we are, camera in the air, going alongside the couple. It's the end of the straight line steps. You can see they got right to the end of the rink, and the couple's looking to mark the start and the end of those sections. Not as much as they did when way back we first had them introduced as elements, but now it still flows through. Try and use the whole length. So you can do a diagonal step sequence or a straight line step sequence. You can choose that. And there's another one that you probably do as a diagonal. Actually, the prescribed one is diagonal in hold. So,
okay, here we go. Marks for Kimberly and Brent. 89.62, their season's best. They're not going to get close to that here. And where will the judges have them? 82.32 their score. So overall, they take the lead ahead of the Russians. So they're pleased with that. A good job, well done. That's their allotted slot. Russians just warming up behind the judges. So here we go, the couple from Lithuania lying in 14th place. They were 13th on the compulsories, 14th on the original, 14th overall so far. Representing Lithuania, 12th in the Europeans they were. This is Katherine Kopeli and Davidas Stagninius.
Strong acceleration, serpentine lift, very powerful and flowing. Great start. Difficult lifts here, hand to a head.
Could this night last forever? Every moment held together as being a perfect trance. Such a thing could be.
There's the twizzle features with the hand above the head and then behind. Very, very well done. This is a quality performance. On one foot for the balance point. One arm lift, the girl has to be away from the man's body, not resting on it. Cleanly done there. Beautiful deep edges.
Hey, that was super. Really, really good choice of music. The music, Beethoven's Last Night by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. And some super interpretation there from Katherine and Davidas. This is a couple that's really shot up the rankings over the last couple of years. They've only been together. This is their second season, so no time in comparative terms. 18th in the Europeans they were last year, shot up to 12th this year. They were 23rd in the World Championships last year. Remember, they go into this free dance lying in 14th place, so it's all good news for them.
Better for me than their original dance. A load of power within that, so much effort within. He looks groggy. He's just going, I'm so groggy. He's put so much effort into it. When you stay down into the knees and drive the edges through, it really does wear out. You get lactic acid in your thighs as you're pushing. And the way he presented her, very good in that program. They covered a load of ice. They ran out of steam just towards the end as far as ice coverage was concerned. But other than that, an excellent routine. You see, the changing of position in the lift adds to the difficulty. And then he's in a difficult position, she's in a difficult position with her foot to her head there. And the first feature is the hand over the head on the twizzles. The second would be the arms behind. Makes it much more difficult to do that prescribed element of the twizzles. You imagine trying to do a balance with your arms behind you, trying to balance as you walked along something. That's what it's like. And again, on to one foot. You imagine if he gets his weight a little bit too far back or he catches his toe rake at the front. There's nowhere to go but down. So there's risk involved in these lifts as well. Very good performance from them. Great to be rinkside and to see the amount of ice coverage these skaters are getting.
So here we go, the marks. Remember, it's Navarro and Bommentre for the USA that lead at the moment. The Russians in second place, good marks, 46.3. Well, that's good. Not a season's best for them. That will be good enough to put them into third place, in behind the Russians at this stage. So not a lot of movement, in fact none in this group so far. Everybody going into their allotted slots. But they're giving it the thumbs up. All they can do is go out and skate their best and let the judges do the rest.
Next to skate, representing Azerbaijan, Kristen Fraser and Igor Lanotte.
So we still have two teams in this group number 3 on the ice now, lying in 11th place. And representing Azerbaijan is Kristen Fraser and Igor Lukanin. And their music for this free dance, Time to Say Goodbye, here performed by Andrei Bocelli and Sarah Brightman.
Lovely extension through each of the movements. Looking for effortless flow over the ice and getting that here. Straight line step sequence.
Beautiful unison through there.
Diagonal step sequence. You see them pushing back on the edges, giving themselves more time on the diagonal axis, the axis to get more content in there and build up the level of that element. Very, very difficult lift.
Lovely performance. Beautiful interpretation there. Well, these two, they've got a wealth of experience competing at their highest level. Competed at the World Championships many, many times before. Their best results to date, 13th, which they achieved in 2003 and 2005. After that, they slipped down a little bit, 14th and 16th, but great to see them up here knocking on the door of a top 10 place. They were 10th on the compulsories here, and slipped back a little bit on the original, but it would be great if the judges went with them here and kept them inside that top 10 place. 11th there, so I don't think they've done themselves any harm there, Nikki.
They haven't. The makeup of that routine really interesting. A lot of the high-powered elements, the lifts, were put into the final 45 seconds, the final minute, to give emphasis and to build up. But you could see he was shattered at the end of it. It's also a bit of a risk because you're not so fresh as when the big elements are at the start. And now, with the elements being their time to 6 seconds or 12 seconds for those lifts in particular, you have to be very, very fast, snap into them, and you're creating balance points. So what we mean by that is that the man might be on one foot with the lady on a contrabalance to him, or the man might be down in a crouch with the lady leaning back. If there's no holding of the hands between the couple, that's more difficult too. But you have very little time to get in and out of the lift, so you have to be, one, very practiced, but also incredibly strong and supple to be able to make it work. And it looks easy, but it's on a knife edge. If you catch a blade or it just goes wrong, you see disaster. These ice dancers are so practiced that they make it look easy. This, I can tell you, extremely difficult, because if he gets his weight too far back there would no holding him at all. So he needs a lot of strength. Here he is down in the crouch. He's not holding her arms, so that's a difficult position as well. Innovation looked for by the judges from the ice dance couples, and they're trying to bring that to the party too.
Well, some party it's going to be. Remember, all the medal contenders going in the final group. So stay with us this evening. It's going to be very interesting indeed. Okay, will they stay inside the top 10, or well, can they get back inside the top 10? 46.40, 39.34, the presentation mark for them. And if they're to hold 11th, they should lead at this stage. And the new season's best for them, 85.74. That's good news. And indeed, that will be good enough to put them into the top of the pile at the moment. Ahead of the Americans, first place. Stop the competition, they say. We like that number 1. So there he is, Nikolai Morozov again. He works with these two, also with Gali Shea. Well, the runners-up in the Russian National Championships finished behind Jana Khokhlova and Sergei Novitski, who are currently lying in second place here, and they'll be heading off the final group. But here they are, lying in 15th place, been 15th on both sections so far. Katerina Rubleva and Ivan Schaefer. And the music is Prayer in the Night. This is their first time in a World Championships, and they've made quite an impression.
Diagonal step sequence. Excellent rise and fall of the knee, pushing those edges round. You need to stay and hold. And right up into the corner. Oh. I think that was their twizzles, the first one out of alignment. Clever, fast over the ice.
Well, it was super. Very, very strong. We've seen 5 good performances in this group, and there's a very interesting battle brewing between the 2 Russian teams. These 2 ranked number 2 in Russia, but they go in here a place or a couple of places behind the 3rd ranked team that we like, Bobrova, Soloviev. But here, Ekaterina Rubleva, Ivan Schaefer. What's your thoughts, Nikki?
Well, this is one of those routines that it doesn't come across to me overall. It becomes a little samey with the overall. The choreography to me starts to repeat itself a little bit. They're doing the lifts according to the rules, so that you can see them. They hit a difficult position, they click into another difficult position, and then out of it. But the exit from some of the lifts was just a little clunky, not as smooth as it could be. And you know, it's so quick and difficult to do the lifts and then make them look elegant as well as strong. And that wasn't happening at certain times within this, and that comes with experience, and they've got the strength, but there just wasn't the finesse about some of the movements. And if the twizzles, they did, I think where they did the twizzles, one was slow and one was fast, was out of alignment, then the judges are, there we are, the judges are so panicky about this. They've got their replays and they look at the grade of execution of that as a specific element within the ice dance routine, and they would get probably a deduction on the grade of execution. It's between +3 and -3. And you know, sometimes we're trying to do it all within the rules. We just have to be careful that it is aesthetically pleasing. What I mean is it looks good as well as fitting into the rules. But that, very difficult. He got onto 1 foot on the down balance point. Very difficult to do, so a high level of difficulty. But you see, she comes out there, and it looks like she's nearly taken his ear off. And it needs to look a little bit more graceful than that.
Well, they gave it absolutely everything, didn't they?
Can I just mention the message board very quickly?
You go, well, let's do the marks, and then
we do the marks.
Warm-up coming up. So,
okay.
Yeah, don't forget, you can message us. www.eurosport.yahoo.co.uk if you want to drop us a line, and thanks to all of you that have. So we'll get to that in a minute. Let's look at these marks. 45.87, 35.84. Where will that put them? That gives them a total of 81.71. So 3rd place. In fact, no, sorry, 5th place. The season's best for them. 5th it is. And I don't think we've had any movement at all in that group. So no changes so far, which is a little bit disappointing. But it is Fraser and Luukkonen leading for Azerbaijan, and they'll be pleased with that. We've still got 10 couples to go.
You looked at me then to say something. I wasn't ready.
Don't worry about it. So that's confirmation of how they stand. Fraser, Luukkonen leading, Navarro, Bommentre for the USA 2nd, and the couple that we like from Russia in 3rd place there. We've got the warm-up for the next group. It's the penultimate group. The Brits will lead us off in this group after the warm-up, so plenty to look forward to. And then the battle for the medals in the final group this evening. So there you can see the skaters out there. That's what we've got coming up. It's going to be a good one. The French are good. Davis and White for America. The Brits first. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment or two. Welcome back. We've got a couple of minutes left on the warm-up for the penultimate group here. The lineup will be the Kerrs for Great Britain to go first, then the Italians, Cappellini Lanotte, then the couple from Israel, Alexandra and Roman Zaretsky, followed by the French, we love them, Nathalie Péchalat and Fabian Bourzat, and last to go in this group, the Americans, Meryl Davis and Charlie White. Any messages, Nikki?
Yeah, Kathy in Texas. Guys, I just want to thank you for your coverage. This is how we in the States get to keep up with what's going on. We really appreciate you. Kathy,
Texas?
Chris wants to know how you can get Eurosport in Texas, because he lives in Chicago and he wants that. So if you could let him know on our message board, that'd be great. And Bard Tube says, Chris, where is Simon? I think the two of you are a great team.
He's doing the tennis.
He's probably rather do the tennis than the ice dancing, perhaps. Just tonight.
Possibly.
Just tonight, but maybe not, because he's missing this. But I found him on. He was on Eurosport 2 the other day, I think. So I'm filling in. Hope that's going to be okay for now. And I just got to do this one. Brett H. Everybody should sit down for this. Can you do me an even bigger favour from yesterday? Can you ask Andrea McCulley if she will marry me? That's marry Brett.
Goodness.
Because she is watching the skating downstairs. Please let us know if that landed well for you. That'd be good to know by the end of this evening.
It'd be great to know.
Yes.
And I hope the invitations will be in the post.
Yeah, absolutely. Mimika, Miriam from Paros in Greece, really enjoy the camaraderie between the two of you.
I hate him. I hate him, really.
You hate me, really? Is there anything a producer can do? Constant low chatter. If you're getting a little bit of background noise, it's because in the commentary area, there's quite a few of us who talk. So we'll try and make sure that you get as least interference as possible. Can't speak. It's a bit of a problem when you're trying to do commentary when you can't speak. But there we go. Thank you, Lulia from Romania. And any news on Stefan Lindemann?
He's having an operation. Not sure on what, but yes.
Okay.
He's injured.
Good.
And we wish him well.
We wish him well. We're going to ask Hendrik. We'll ask Hendrik.
We'll find out
for a
for
bit
you.
more about that and come back to you on it. Okay, so our message board, eurosport.yahoo.co.uk. Please, it's great if you say where you're from and if you do a little message. Some of you have done epic novels, and we just, unfortunately, don't have the time to go through that during a live event.
Okay, well, thank you for your messages. It's great to see that you're enjoying it. We're enjoying it too. It's an absolute privilege to be sat here and watching some of the best skating in the world. Well, they're lying in 8th place, so at 8th in every section so far. They'd love to do a little better here, and they've got a sensational free program. The British champions, Sinead and John Kerr, they had a great Europeans, finished 6th there, and doing well here. The music, Enigma, and it's very entertaining indeed.
Twizzles out of the way from the off. Dramatically different program as we've come to expect. You want entertainment value, you get it here. One of their amazing lifts, great strength. Working the edges on the circular step sequence, difficulty in the turns. 3 changes of position and a lovely balance point at the end in the lift. Very difficult. John's hands can't be higher than his head on the lift.
Really, really good. Well done, guys. They looked on form this evening. Really, really had the weight over the skate. Looked solid. Everything looked really controlled to me.
It's powerful, it's fun, it's daring to be different, it's bringing something new to the party. That's what you need to do to be pushing up to be a champion. Just doing the same old stuff or copying what others have done, in my book, not enough. So fantastic that they're doing that. They've come up with something that is brand new. They were great on the original, doing the Scottish theme for the country folk dance. I thought it wasn't rewarded as much as it should have been. And we'll see here, there are some issues within this performance of alignment. Very difficult what they do, but some of the alignment not as precise as I'm sure they would like in different places, but difficult lifts. Strong skating, making, some of those lifts with the change of position, very hard to do, and focusing and creating a theme and then seeing it right through. Now the rules say that the man's hands shouldn't go above his head. We're trying to stop it looking like pair skating. Now to me, just on the flick over, John's hand did go over the top of his head, and as one who's been marked down for that type of thing, trying to, when I used to skate with Karen, doing a layover on the back, I think that's a risky move. The judges will be looking at it and seeing on the replay if there is a deduction to be made. I hope not.
What is the deduction? Is it a point deduction?
I don't know, but it was just on the flick into it. But I'm sure they've worked it through and checked it, so it's all right. But it just is a little risky for me on that particular thing. Look at the edge depth.
Yeah, this was great, wasn't it?
It's just there. Very, I think that's another one. I think that's later on. And again, him getting down in the drag, you have to have tremendous balance. And also, look, they don't have a massive height differential. It's working for is that the referee or the judge? And so John has to be, they both have to be very strong in their core body strength, and they are. And well done there, Jenny, too. Good work from the team.
Okay, well, hopefully they'll lead 49.88. That's very, very good indeed. 89.97, their season's best. They're going to smash it with those marks. 93.60. The judges have really gone with this. That's great to see. And they get 186.94 will be their total points. There's something like 13. Yeah, just 1/100 of a point behind, 13 points ahead of Fraser and Luukkonen. It's all good news at the moment for John and Sinead Kerr for Great Britain.
And looking at last year's marking, that would take them into between 5th and 6th place if we get similar results in the scores to last year.
So here we go, the runners-up in Italian National Championships, lying in 10th place here. They were 11th in the Argentine tango, pulled up a place in the original dance. Here skating to La Traviata. This is Anna Cappellini and Luca Lanotte from Italy.
Very impressive edge control. Oh! So quick. They've fallen up. See that on the replay. His hands looked higher than his head to me. There's the twizzles, holding the foot behind being the first feature, hand over the head the second. Excellent transition into the straight line step sequence, working well with the music.
Well, lovely expression there right to the bitter end of the program. The thing that impressed me, Nikki, about that performance was the speed across the ice, particularly at the beginning when they powered round and went into that circular step sequence. Really, really impressive.
And the speed comes out of nowhere, doesn't it?
Yeah,
you can't
it does.
see the effort. It's the technique that drives it through. But I wonder, it's an interesting construction in the program. I was talking to Roberto, actually, the coach, just before we came on air, and he's I'll maybe tell you a bit about that later on if we have time. But a cleverly constructed program in that it gave me breathing points, so that you push and you work hard through a certain part, and then the music slightly slows down, and it gives you the time to reflect that, but you don't have to be skating quite so hard. So you get your breath back, like a tennis match. You're playing a few balls and then you're having a break, and then you're playing. And so they were able to create the light and shade within the routine that worked very well. I don't know if she fell, actually. She seemed to go onto her knees at one point. That might have been made. It might have been just a little slip, or it might have been choreographed in. I don't know.
I think it was there to fool you.
It was there to fool me.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's good. That's good. If it was meant to be there, that's fantastic. The lift, one of those lifts, his hands looked above his head to me.
Well, maybe we'll get a chance to see it. Good on the spins.
Now you're looking to change the different positions, and you can either change feet to a combination spin.
Oh, there it is. Just lost the balance.
Yeah.
She was down on the knee.
She did. It's so quick. Back up.
I don't think she was supposed to go on two knees, do you?
No.
Stamina, of course, does play a big part in this.
Now his hand, to me, now the question is, would the judges say that's a supporting hand? Because no doubt it's above his head. So I think that's risky.
Well, we'll have a look, see if there's any deductions. Just saying about the stamina plays a big part, doesn't it? And it's very warm in here. The stadium full tonight. 9,500 people in here. Fantastic to see.
And what happens is that each person is taking up their own air, the oxygen. So the air as you skate gets drier as the evening goes on. And very different to the way it is in the practice time when there's hardly anybody here. But I mean, they skated that very well. They've got the wonderful technique. And a young couple with a bright future.
They certainly are, and they should go into second place if they're to take their allotted slots. And there are two deductions in there, Nikki, so well spotted. 87.78 their personal best. They're going to beat their personal best by 90.46.
And level fours on every element right throughout the routine.
Well, that's a real shame for them. That could cost them a place or two. So second place it is for Anna and Luca, in behind the Kerrs. So good news for the Brits. They're still on the top of the pile.
Nästa målgivare kommer från Israel.
Now to another young couple that are rising up the rankings very rapidly indeed. This their third season in international competition at this level. When they first came to the World Championships, they finished in 20th place. Last year, 14th. They go into this free dance lying in 9th place. They've been 9th in every section of the competition so far. We wish them well. Alexandra and Roman Zaretsky from Israel. Bit of Louis Armstrong to get us going. Let my people go.
Beautiful lift, lovely transition on the change of edge. Twizzles, holding the foot behind is a feature. Arm up, makes it more difficult. There you go. Good phasing into the diagonal step sequence.
Made old Pharaoh understand. Let my people go. Yes, the Lord said, go down. Go down. Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell Pharaoh to let my people go. Let my people go.
Here's the step sequence. The other one surprised me. It wasn't what I thought it was. Not a great deal of difficulty in that.
Well, there's no doubt about it. These two are getting better and better. Got to say, I was a little disappointed with it. Thought could have been a little bit quicker across the ice and certainly a bit more power in the step sequence towards the end. Question mark on the content there, but lovely to watch. Really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, my overall impression is that I've been taken back in time with the makeup of the routine. Yeah, when I skated, way back when, we'd put together maybe 3 pieces of music, 4 pieces of music, you'd edit it and you'd have a fast one, a slow one, and that's how you'd run it. But what was happening then and what worked well and has happened since is when you've got an overall theme throughout your routine. And so in part, this looks a bit disjointed to me. And it's okay, you know, there's nothing in the rules that say you can't do it like that, but things like a little pull through in there and stuff was like retro ice dancing with the new stuff in as well. I thought some of the lifts were great, but there was one in particular where they seemed to have a bit of a difficulty in the transition. It just looked a bit ungainly. They sell it well, but it's not got the quality yet. So we call a feature, that's the twizzle. Trying to turn 4 times round and stay completely aligned. That gets a level 4. What's a level 4? Well, level 4 is for most of the elements, the highest thing you can get, the highest level you can get. So in each element within this routine, you're looking to get a level 4. So you can see the rise and fall on the knee there. It's one of the step sequences. And you just, even at the end, just slightly out there. And the judge is so critical. They want perfect alignment. There's the lift, the one-arm lift where she has to be away from his body. So a load of good points there, but it's like it needs to go up a level of sophistication, really, to compete more powerfully.
It just strikes me, just looking at those slow motion shots again, didn't notice it at real time, but in the slow motion, that he has more upper body movement than she does through a lot of the footwork, and that seems to muck up the synchronization.
Possibly a little bit. I thought some of the edges are very, very good, but it's not got quite the beautiful cohesion we see from some of the other couples. It's getting there.
Well, certainly going in the right direction. Season's best of 85.27. You can see they're going to smash that here. 88.60 is going to be their total score for the free dance, and that will be good enough to put them into second place with 179.21 ahead of the Italians.
I'm surprised it got above the Italians.
Well, it's again their allotted slot.
Must have been that fall, otherwise I think they might have dropped one.
Well, there's been no movement, I don't think, in the free dance so far. That gives you an idea how packed the stadium is. It's a fantastic atmosphere, and there's a lot of French fans here, as you would expect. Of course, the #1 French team, who we'll see later on, in pole position, but we focus on the #2 team, and they are very, very talented indeed. They're lying in 6th place at the moment. Here's getting to the organ donor. This is Nathalie Péchalat and Fabian Bourzat.
I love their original dance, using the fan as a prop. One of the best for me. They didn't get the marks they deserved, in my opinion. Start. Lovely skating skills. Wow. I love this couple. Loads of difficulty and intricacy, as well as the wow factor. Using the costumes, so clever. From hole to hole, difficult edge turns.
Goodness me. Well, they look exhausted, and I'm not surprised. That looked physically very, very demanding. They didn't stop for a breather anywhere through that program. Lovely. Love the basic skating skills. They generate speed out of that lovely deep knee bend. Really, really use the skate well, and it looks effortless, but I can tell you, it isn't. Fantastic job. Nathalie Péchalat Fabian Bourzat, 6th place. They were 5th in the European Championships, 12th last year in the Worlds. It's all looking good for them.
I'm an absolute #1 fan of theirs. What they did here, they took a difficult theme, they created something that's different. It's a dance piece, as their original was. Real class about how they interpret the rules and the skating and present to the audience. A difficult concept to present. They're using the costumes too. The lifts are great, the skating's great, but you know, it's not quite their time yet. If they were in the top 3, we'd be raving even more about it, because they're doing something different. They're pushing the boundaries. But because they're lower, then we're not going to see the marks they could get. It's just still how it is, because for me, this could be one of the best routines of the night in terms of its overall fitting into the rules. Look at that. Look at that. The balance, the poise and the power. Goodness me.
Yeah, when they did it, I couldn't quite work out how she was staying up there.
And to devise something that's new and to bring something to ice dancing that takes it up to another level. Look at that with the costumes as well. It's just brilliant. It won't get brilliant marks because it's not their time. Do you get that I like it?
I get that you like it. Well, I hope the judges do.
I really love it when a dance couple tries to push and bring a new concept into the free dance routine and the OD, rather than just putting together a few pieces of music. It's much more difficult, much more adventurous, and it's more daring and dangerous. But when it comes off, it's great.
Well, there's rumours that they're not happy with the training situation in Lyon at the moment. They're training with Muriel Zazui and maybe thinking of moving abroad, but it all seems to be working well at the moment. 93.71 their season's best. They're going to smash that. 95.02, and a very good score indeed of 190.51, and that a personal best total score for them, and that will put them straight into the lead. There it is. Fantastic stuff. If you're going to get a personal best, this is where to do it. So the Kerrs now drop into 2nd place, but that's quite a lead. Just about 4 points. Just under 4 points ahead of John and Sinead.
Juste avant la claque, il est parti à la tête en avant tellement j'ai tiré fort. Et j'ai cru qu'il allait m'arracher tout le cheveu.
Okay, so the final couple in the penultimate group, ranked number 2 in the USA. They haven't had too much to shout about, the American fans, but Johnny Weir did well for them this afternoon in the men's short program. He's in 2nd place. Let's see what can happen here. This is Meryl Davis and Charlie White lying in 7th place going into this free dance. Great piece of music. Eleanor Rigby by the Beatles.
Clever wrap round on the lift. Lots of ice coverage within it. Very fast on those twizzles. on the spin and on the exit, just flowing. Again, very clever in the lift. Strength, grace, and precision in being so quick in and out. Straight line.
Well, there really was a lot of power in that lovely choice of music, and they interpreted it very, very well. They've got a lovely natural flow to everything they do. Really, really enjoyed it. Meryl Davis Charlie White for the USA, 7th, remember, just ahead of John and Sinead.
It's great quality to that routine. Clever lifts, a lot of strength in them. And we call it the snap into the lifts to get it so quick. The ice dancers today having to be much stronger athletically than in times gone by when I was competing, although some of the dancers around there would have been in good condition too. But now it's absolutely essential, physically so demanding to get in and out of these routines, these elements of the lifts in particular so quickly. Here's one of them. Working it through. Very open on a lot of the transitions. What do I mean by that? I mean, not as much dance hold as I see. You have to be careful that it doesn't end up looking a bit ungainly. And she got to the transition point to hope the blade doesn't slip.
So does he.
But it's all right if you get the balance point, I imagine. There's the straight line step sequence. That flowed in seamlessly. You wouldn't have known it was an element unless you knew what to look for here. Very good skating skills, but how would the judges treat those open moments? Not as much dance hold within the overall routine as I would have expected to have. And when it's open, it's easier to get the speed and run into the different elements, and that's what they were doing throughout the routine. With others, we'll see them more in dance hold, which is more difficult. It closes you down more, and if you can still make the speed happen, then you should get a benefit for that and higher marks.
Well, it's been a good season for them so far. 2nd in US Nationals, 2nd in 4 continents. Season's best of just over 100, and the marks not too bad. They're not going to get close to that personal best, but they've done enough to keep themselves ahead of the French.
See, I can't see that they could be ahead of the French.
Well, in fact, they pulled up, haven't they? They've moved up 1 place. They went into this 1 place behind Péchalat and Bourzat.
For me, Yeah, there's a lot of level 4s in there, level 3s within it. So well done, but gosh, I'd have the French above them.
Well, there it is. The American team moving up one place. Meryl Davis Charlie White lead the way. Bad news for the French. Nathalie Péchalat and Fabian Bourzat in second. John and Sinead in third with 5 couples to go. So you can basically add 5 to all of the scores that you see there on the screen, and that's where they're going to finish. Situation further down. Remember, 24 teams in this free dance, and they're right down to 19th place so far. 5 teams to go, and the battle for the medals coming up. Remember, it's Delobel and Schoenfelder leading. Second place, Khokhlova and Novitski for Russia. And in third at the moment, the Canadians, Virtue and Moir. It's going to be a battle royal. Stay with us for that. Back in a moment. Welcome back. Well, we've got a battle royal this evening. Delobel Schoenfelder in the compulsories. Started the championship very, very well indeed. Kept it going in the original dance. Well, we asked Isabelle
vraiment très agréable. Bien sûr qu'avant de partir, on avait un petit peu vu les notes et que les scores étaient relativement hauts, mais il ne fallait pas y penser, puis vraiment prendre plaisir. Et je crois que notre petite mise en scène de départ nous décontracte et nous fait penser un petit peu à autre chose, à plutôt l'humour de ce programme. Et puis après, bien sûr, dès qu'on rentre dans les éléments techniques, il faut rester concentré. C'est vrai que cette leçon de piano avec le langage des signes nous tient vraiment à cœur. Et si on peut entendre la Marseillaise avec, ça serait...
C'est vrai qu'on a fait des bonnes performances un peu toute la saison et que on est un peu récompensé ici de cette constance et puis cet oxygène qu'on essaie d'apporter à notre discipline. Donc on est content, c'est sûr. Et puis là, on va quand même un peu savourer, je pense, jusqu'à demain déjà le fait d'être en tête et puis après.
Well, they've certainly been on form and looked very, very confident indeed. Always a pleasure to watch. Just a fantastic basic skating technique. And they certainly are the couple to beat at the moment. Well, the surprise really here was Tanith Belbin and Benjamin Augusto. That fall in the compulsories put them down in 5th place.
Yes, I don't think they could be much worse than 2 days ago. So very happy. This is how we wanted to skate the whole competition, so we're glad that we could start now.
Ben? The original dance, it's a great program for us. We have such a good time, and the audience here is so wonderful. They really got into it. I think they had a good time as well, and that really helps us. So we're very happy with how we skated. It really has helped bolster our confidence to remember that, yeah, we have done this all a million times. We're well trained. We're ready to go on to the free dance.
Well, it certainly was a good performance in the original, and they redeemed themselves. And what about Khokhlova and Novitski? They've had a good championships as well. 3rd, they were in the compulsories, 2nd in the original dance, and they go into the free dance lying in 2nd place. Well, Sergei says it was a good start, just right after the warm-up. You don't have the chance of getting stressed and worry about anything. So in the end, it was an advantage for us. Jana says, perhaps we're better organized this time. At the key moment, it was important to skate clean and get all the technical elements under our belt. Maybe we're a little bit too tight, not relaxed enough. But the judging is in the result. Well, as with the Russian couple, the Canadians went down. Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir a little disappointed.
You know, technically it wasn't our best skate, but we had a lot of fun, and that program was really built over the last couple of months, so we are pleased with it, looking to move back up tomorrow on our free nets.
What about the French team? Massimo. The Italian couple, Federica Faiella Massimo Scali, realizing their best performance at the World Championships. They're fourth and confirm the high level they achieved at the Europeans. Massimo says, we're really happy because it's our main objective this season. Logically, it was a difficult season for us. We had to run in our programs. We're tired, and we have great programs. Great to skate well at the World Championships. Federica, we've still got to improve, and we've got to work hard on a quarter of the program. The free program is very important for us, and we feel good about it. We want to enjoy it above all. We want to have a good feeling and skate the free program of the year. Well, they're the couple to beat. Isabelle Delobel Olivier Schoenfelder. They've won every section so far. Can they win the free and make it a French gold medal? Welcome back. Rejoin us in the Scandinavium. If you have just joined us, it's the final stage of the ice dance event, the free dance, and we're down to the final group. This really is the nitty-gritty. That is the lineup. Jana Khokhlova and Sergei Novitski for Russia. They'll be first to go, lying in second place. They were third on the compulsory, second on the OD, second overall at the moment. Then Isabelle Delobel and Olivier Schoenfelder, bidding for their first World Championship title. They've won Europeans before, but never won the Worlds. Then it's Federica Faiella Massimo Scali. Fourth in the Europeans they were, and they're lying in fourth place here. They'll be followed by the Canadians, Virtue and Moir, and then Belbin and Augusto, last to go.
The weekend's crucial action on...
Welcome back. We've got just under a minute and a half now to go in the warm-up for this final group. The Russians go first, then the French, then the Italians, then the Canadians, and last to go will be the Americans. Thanks for all your messages on the message board. Nikki, have we got any new ones?
Helps if I turn my mic on, really. Clayton from Malta. A while ago, I've read somewhere that it's against the rules to use background music with vocals. Yeah, the rules change all the time, and vocals are allowed for certain parts of the championship, and this being one of them. Yummy Mummy sends us a message. Now, Yummy Mummy, it's my wife. This is the first time she's actually heard us on air, so glad to know that you're enjoying the red wine and that Tiger's been kidnapped by Christine, so that you can just relax, and that you're enjoying it, and that you're thinking some of the amazing moves could be put into dancing on ice next year. We'll see. Alison, hi from Chicago. She loves listening to Eurosport while I'm at work. Ah, well, that's good. You've got a good job if you can listen to us while you're at work. That's fantastic. And Lynn says, can you explain the scoring system to us, please? Well, if you are interested, isu.org gives more details of it, and you can peruse it at your leisure. A 184-page PDF document gives the entire overview of the championships. Good bedtime reading. Kevin from Ireland, he's just commenting on the lack of movement in the ice dancing. He said, would it save a bit more time to ask the judges just to announce the winners on the first day of the competition? No,
Ouch.
It wouldn't. It
Ouch.
wouldn't. There's a big competition here, but it would be great if it moved more. And
well, I've got to be honest, just looking down at the top group, there has been quite a bit of movement from the compulsory to the original, and I've got a funny feeling it's not over yet.
No, and it's not dead men's shoes like it used to be by any stretch of the imagination. Much more open than it was, so we could see some movement. I just saw Nathalie and Fabian backstage and congratulated them. They look pleased in what they've done, as they should be.
Rightly so. So here we go, the final group of the World Championships. lying in second place, representing Russia. They were bronze medalists at the European Championships. They could go one better or even two better here in Sweden. Skating to A Night on a Bald Mountain. This is Jana Khokhlova and Sergei Novitski.
Quality in the twizzles. Precise changes and difficult positions, as if you can't see that in the lift.
Oh dear. That was all looking so good.
Fast over the ice, but deep matching edges. Building up that level score on the straight line step sequence. Slightly out of alignment in places.
Well, I loved the concept. Thought it was a great choice of music, ending up there with In the Hall of the Mountain King from the Peer Gynt suite. Superb. But they will not be happy with that, and they may well have left the door open. A mistake in the circular step sequence, and then for me, after that, Sergei was all over the place. He seemed to come up in the knee, and he lost his comfort zone.
And I thought that Jana too had a little bit of a moment after that. You're so programmed for it all to work, but goodness me, did she sell it. Very, very powerful edges down in the knees, skating so strongly. The impression you get when you're ringside is of this great speed being developed out of nowhere by these top-level ice dancers. They've got the height difference, of course. Look at the difference in height when they're side by side. That makes it a lot easier to do some of these very difficult lifts than if your partner is more the same height as you are. And he's taking full advantage of that, almost getting to a point of being the pair skating moves, because you can flicker so quickly. But hey, it works and the aesthetics match well, and he did create some excellent lifts within there. They both did. The end of it with the spin before they're going into the one-arm lift, that worked too. This was right at the start. And that's a part of a defined element. You need that for the twizzles. Here's one of the difficult lifts. Look at the flexibility she has, and holding it and making it definite and then changing into another position. It's the defining of each position and the holding it for a moment that is important. They're doing that very well indeed.
Yes, a lot of the lifts and the movements choreographed so they look best from the judge's point of view.
Yeah, that's stage front. I mean, I don't think you and I, Chris, should try that other move there. I mean, it'd be a bit too much for us. Really,
I wasn't even thinking about it.
You didn't think, no. Good. The end of it, because it is such a huge piece of music, in danger of getting away from you. They didn't 100% capture it for me, but they were really getting there, and the audience appreciating it. And at the very last move. Don't try it at home.
No, I shan't be trying that. Right. Now, have they left the door open? They will go into first place. There's no doubt about that at this stage. But will they stave off the challenge from the Canadians, who are fourth to go in this group? And, of course, the Americans as well, last to go. If they can pull something very, very special off this evening, perhaps they could get up there as well. And remember, they're lying in fifth place.
And at this level, it's wafer thin, the differences between these couples.
So 99.29 the total score there. 203.26. That's a new best score for them.
Last year, that would have given them a gold medal.
Well, we don't know. It might do here, but I'd be very surprised if it does. Now, to the leaders. They've been unbeatable so far throughout this World Championships. They won the first round, the Argentine tango. They won the original dance, the folk dance. Can they keep it together and win the free dance to make it 3 out of 3? Muriel Zazui and Roman Hugenauer watch on as they go to their start position. The music from the piano. And this program featuring a whole lot of sign language.
Clever idea. I love the quality, the way every movement flows together. Whoa. Nearly overbalanced. Difficult turn on the end of that circular step sequence. Fantastic start. The twizzle's very difficult on the first one to hold the foot behind.
Well, it was absolutely beautiful. And the concept of doing the sign language through the routine, just absolutely wonderful. And they end by saying that, well, she says, "I love you," and he says, "Forever." And it's a beautiful poem throughout the whole program. Just a great concept, isn't it? But I've got to say, he, particularly for me, didn't seem over the skate tonight.
Yeah, in front of us we have a sheet of paper which explains what the movements are running through the routine. What a clever idea as a concept to put into the overall choreography. But I just have a slight doubt because it wasn't as sure as I've seen them skate in the past. He had a couple of moments where his weight looked very back on the skate to me. But so much of it is beautiful skating. But I've seen them skate better. I've seen them skate with more surety. So they've not convinced me that it's a champion performance. The door is a little open.
And that's exactly how I feel. It wasn't convincing.
I don't want to feel that.
No, I don't, because I love them. I'm a big, big fan, and I'd love them to win. France has won the World Championship twice. They haven't won since Marina Ancina and Gwendal Pesara won in 2000 in Nice. Remember that.
And one of their speciality moves here that they've brought to us over the years, the different movements and quality in the spins. You could look at the comparative lifts against some of the other couples like Jana and Sergei before them and say that the difficulty of the lift wasn't as great, but they don't have that height difference. There's not complete alignment on those steps. Judges, of course, with their replay system, able to look very specifically at, again, slightly out of alignment. at specific parts of the routine. There's prescribed elements that you have to do, those twizzles being one of those. But again, a lift like that, you must get your weight back on the skate. You can't afford to let it go forwards and catch the toe rake, because there will be nothing to stop you as the man going down. Lady can't stop you at all, so it's dangerous. And you have to hit the balance points quickly and get out, either in a 6-second time frame or 12. And they're all doing that and making it look easy. But gosh, if you put in the bank all the entertainment value and the pleasure they've given us skating, then world champion for them. But it's going to be dependent on some of the others tonight.
Well, they've never had a medal at the World Championships. I think they're going to get a medal, but what colour will it be? It's looking good at the moment. No deductions. 51.39, the presentation score. That is exceptional. And they go into the lead by a mile. It's a new season's best on the free dance for them.
Almost every element was at level 4, the top level. So that means it was constructed properly, the program. Really well put together.
Yeah, they'll take it. 2:12.94. Way out in front. Remember, the Russians are at 2:03.26. So Delobel and Schoenfelder leading the way. And to be honest, they look untouchable. Well, now to a team that are making rapid progress. 4th in the Europeans. They were knocking on the door of a medal there. They go into this free dance here in 4th place. Didn't have a great original. Dropped slightly there, but hanging on to that 4th spot by the skin of their teeth. Federica Faiella Massimo Scali for Italy. Their music, a selection from the Yentl soundtrack.
Lovely edges. Great control on the serpentine lift. Not a lot of speed at the end of it. Now they're flying again. Wow, so close on the twizzles. Make it look easy.
I'm
Lovely turns.
Oh, goodness me, they could not have skated that any better at all. Some of the transitions there almost defied belief. They were getting themselves into incredible positions, almost turning themselves inside out. I really, really enjoyed it. I love the concept, the way the music was edited, the feel. It created an ambience in the arena. The arena's 9,500 people in here, and you could have heard a pin drop.
It was wonderful. Super skating. A lovely routine, and the way it was performed, it was controlled. Very, very difficult turns again and again and again, made to look easy. And this is what the judges are looking for. They want to have technical difficulty, but it needs to fit and flow within the routine. And when you're doing that in dance hold with somebody, then your blades have to be perfectly aligned, and you just have to get the rise in the wrong place, or to be going slightly off the circle, or just tense up a little bit, and it can be curtains. It can all go wrong. So the amount of content in that program in terms of the turns and the holds in particular, very, very high, very difficult to do, and it was made to look easy and effortless.
Well, it was, wasn't it? That's the thing. They're about just under 3 points behind the Canadians.
It's the first part of the Twizzles, and now I think there's the second. But
this was great, wasn't it?
They were so close together, the closest anybody's ever been. And if you do get close and you get slightly offline and you catch, it is curtains big time, because that's an element that the judges are really looking at. And getting down in the knee and holding the balance point, we've seen it with the other skaters. It's just not easy. And again here, the weight on the front of his skate there, that can make it much more difficult, because if she pushes down and he catches his toe rake, again, straight over the front. In the past, we've seen her lifting him. Of course, that's no point in doing that now with these new rules, because you don't get any extra if the girl lifts the man. And it's more difficult for the girl to be lifting the man with all the intricacies involved, so you're not seeing the girl lifting the man at the moment in World Championship competition. He's pleased. He should be. Fantastic.
Should be thrilled with that. Well done to the team. Pascual Camerlengo, Angelika Krylova involved as well, and Vlazovo. There's a whole bunch of people that work with them, and they have done a very, very good job indeed. Well, no, they were 9th last year.
All the ice dancers having a super team around them.
Okay, that could have thrown the cat amongst the pigeons. Well, it's going to be a very good score indeed. It's going to be a new personal best for them on the free dance, and that's great to see, by about 3 points, or 2.5 points, better than they've done before. So they're thrilled with that. That will give them a total of 201.91. Third place for Federica and Massimo. We've got 2 couples to go. One's lying ahead of them, one's nibbling at their heels. The French breathe a sigh of relief. Well, they were second on the first phase of this, the compulsory dance. Not quite as good on the original, where they finished in 3rd place. They go in to the free dance lying in 3rd. A young team, but boy, what a talent. 18-year-old Tessa Virtue, 20-year-old Scott Moir. Music, Umbrellas of Cherbourg.
Non, c'est ma femme, enfin, c'est surtout pour le boss. Comment l'as-tu appelé?
François, elle a beaucoup de toi.
Beautiful. Flow through to the hold on the 1 foot and then changing direction. The diagonal step sequence, but you wouldn't know it. It's just beautifully fitted into this routine. They're skating superbly. Difficulty. It's flawless, but the difficulty in some of the moves and the transitions into the dance holds. Gosh. Goodness me, what a beautiful skate. Well, that has thrown the cat amongst the pigeons. These two, they're 4.46 behind Delobel and Schoenfelder going into the free, but they're only 0.45 behind the Russians. And just looking down at the scores, the Italians actually beat the Russians on the night. That was the best routine for me so far.
Okay.
I couldn't talk in it because it was just taking my breath away. They've grown up with the new system. They know it backwards. They haven't had to transfer into it. But what a wonderful thing to watch in its own right. But within the quality of that performance was all the technical requirements ticking the boxes. As far as I know, And it is breathtaking skating. On the circular step sequence, they had one moment where they were moving and changing, and they went out of dance hold and then flicked back into dance hold. There's the speed on those twizzles.
Fastest of the night, for sure.
And it just flows from one thing to the other. The lift's very fast, very intricate. They don't have that big, it's height difference, but it flowed out of the end of it onto the single foot. So he's doing something very difficult, but it looks like it flows and it works through. The changing of hold, the changing of direction within the hold, very, very complex and made to look easy, done at speed with deep edges. Excellent. So much to admire in it. Just fantastic, the whole thing. And the music had its softness and its light and shade points, and all the time you got the fact that it's a boy and a girl dancing together. Look at the link between them. Look, that's what it's about.
Beautiful.
You got my vote. I don't know if it's going to be enough. I don't know if it's their time, but gosh, it will be soon. I mean that for the very top.
Absolutely. Could it be second though? They could get a silver medal. Canada's only ever won the gold once. That was Shailene Bourne and Victor Kratz back in 2003. 54.69. That's a good score. Well, they're going to go into second with those marks. There's no doubt about that. Over 100's good enough. 104.08. And it was close. They've closed the gap. And in fact, they win on the night. They're ahead of Delobel and Schoenfelder on the night.
That's right.
Great judging. But it's second place for the Canadians. Fantastic. So Isabelle Delobel, Olivier Schoenfelder look like they're going to win gold. The Canadians second at the moment, and the Russians hanging on to third. Okay, well, hang on to your hats. The final couple. What can they do here? They go into this. They must be bitterly disappointed, lying in 5th place. They closed the door a bit on the original. They were 4th in the original. Had a fall in the compulsories, remember? Hence the 5th place going into this free dance. The Olympic silver medalists, Tanith Belbin and Benjamin Augusto. Their music, a selection from Chopin.
Lots of speed. Innovation on the balance point. Clever lift. Beautiful. There are those twizzles. Fast on the first ones, a little slower on the second, but perfectly matching. Love the way the outfits work. Clean. use of the music to go into the straight line step sequence.
Oh, goodness me, that was dicey at the end on the lift, but he hung on in there. Benjamin Augusto just losing his footing on those fast rotations at the end. But for the most part, that was very, very good indeed. How good, we'll have to wait and see. Now, if they want a medal, by my reckoning, they've got to get about 104 points, which is what the French got.
Beautiful skating and driving throughout. Love the cleanness of the outfits. It showed off all the lines. Beautiful lines that they have, and strong, and it's sophisticated in the look of the couple and the way they present it. Again, look at the height difference. There isn't that massive height difference, so we're looking at the same as Isabelle and Olivier here, and it makes a different complexion to what you can do with the lifts. They did a very good job within it. But I don't think it wasn't as good as the Canadians as an overall routine. It didn't have as much technical content. It didn't have as much difficulty. So I can't see them getting that type of mark.
What about the French?
I think it could be enough to get them onto the rostrum. But
they need to be up with the French to get on the rostrum, because they're that far behind.
I don't think they can.
That's what I'm saying. They need about 104 points. The French got 104.96.
Gosh, I don't know.
It's going to be close.
It's going to be close. It's got so much quality about it, but it doesn't. For me, I need to take it to pieces technically, but in terms of the presentation mark, the choreography and the components, I wouldn't have it above the French.
Close to the French. That was that moment towards the end of the program where he almost lost it.
The French brought us a complete package of something as a concept and an overall theme.
Would you have it close? Would you have it at 104 points? The French were 104.96. That might be enough.
No.
Okay. It's not a medal in Nikki's book, if my maths is right. I've been wrong before, many times. Hold on to your hats. Here we go. I bet they're more nervous now than before the performance. The marks are good. 53.75. That is good. Oh, it's going to be close. 49.54. They haven't done enough, I don't think. 103.29. That won't be enough. 203 exactly. So they're a quarter of a point. A quarter of a point in it. So fourth place it is. It's a season's best. They gave it their best shot, but that fall in the compulsories at the beginning of the week has cost them a medal.
It can change in the ice dancing. It does change in the ice dancing. You don't know how it's going to finish anymore.
Well, it was exciting. And for a moment, I thought they might have done it. Maybe that little wobble towards the end on the lift. A quarter of a point. But it's all about the French tonight. Isabelle Delobel Olivier Schoenfelder. Look at that. And in the end, quite a margin, 212.94. Fantastic performance from Tessa and Scott. They're first on the night, second overall, and the Russians in third. Great for the Brits. John and Sinead, 8th place. Very well done, guys. It's been a wonderful night.
Tessa and Scott's performance was just the standout part of the evening. Well done, John and Sinead, that was great. Also Nathalie and Fabian, I loved their performance too, but so much good quality ice dancing for the public here. What an entertaining, exciting competitive event it's been.
It certainly has, and really hope you've enjoyed it watching it back home. It's been a pleasure bringing it to you. A wonderful evening of ice dancing, and even the lower ranked skaters down there, very entertaining indeed. Really hope that you've enjoyed our coverage tonight from the Scandinavium in Gothenburg. So they're getting ready for the medal ceremony, and good to see a lot of people staying around. I can't remember being It really is an amazing stadium. Sorry if you lost us for a while there. We lost the line. I think you're back with us. Hopefully you are. You can hear us. Just a little bit of a technical glitch there.
Gothenburg calling. Over. Are you there?
Well, it's been a wonderful evening. The third medals of these championships. We've got the men's free tomorrow afternoon, and that is going to be a battle royal as well. Just give you a little update on that, actually, because there was a little controversy there. Brian Joubert skated well, made a mistake, had a tumble, so he got a point deduction. But when the marks came up, he had 2 points deductions, and none of us could really work out what the extra point was for. And it turns out it was because there were some vocals in the music, and the French Federation have lodged an appeal because it's the same piece of music that they used in one of the Grand Prix at the end of last year and at the European Championships, and there were no deductions there. So be interesting to see what happens. We don't have...
I've heard it's not been accepted. The appeal's not been accepted.
You've heard that?
I have.
Well, there you go.
I'm plugged in here. I'm ready.
God, my goodness.
So sharp. Once a day, just have a moment. It's great.
And that was it, ladies and gentlemen.
And thank you again for your messages on the website. It's been great to be knowing you're out there and enjoying the coverage with us. But for me, this ice dance event has really been amazing. I haven't been to the World Championships for a few years, so to see this level of skating and to see the way the skaters can get past what's required of the rules and provide a wonderful performance that is so entertaining to this 9,000 crowd, and hopefully all you at home too. It's just a privilege to be here. Like Chris said. Here we go.
Merci. Thank you very much.
The gold medal to France. It's been 8 years ago. Describe your emotions.
It's great tonight to win the title. We've never been on podium in the world, and for the first time, glad the gold. It's incredible. So we are so happy tonight. And thanks for the audience. And this arena is beautiful. So good souvenir.
But you had to wait a long, long time to get the final result. How nervous were you?
Well, it's very hard. It's not the first time we went like this, but we are very, very stressed, very emotional. So thank you very much, everybody, for your support tonight.
Yeah.
And it will be the best remember we'll get in the ice skating.
Your wife and your little son, Gabriel, are they watching?
I think, yes, he's watching.
Do you want to say anything to them?
Yeah, I love my wife and my son, and I will be back soon.
I have a question, Isabelle. You've been training and practicing 8 years now. Aren't you tired of each other?
No. I guess we know already well each other, and sometimes it's harder than the other one. So, but it's nice story between us, and with a happy end, so it's nice.
And your wife, she's not jealous?
Well, no, she's okay with this. She was an ice skater before, so she understands everything.
She knows. So, how will you celebrate this gold medal tonight?
Well, I think we're going to celebrate with our team, of course, because this is the medal of all the team, or the French team, our coach, and of course with our family.
Vive la France!
Thank you for everybody. We love you.
Well, that was lovely. Very, very well deserved. Isabelle Delobel Olivier Schoenfelder for France, the 2008 World Ice Dance Champions. How good does that sound?
It does, and ditto the message to home to Tiger and Christiane from me. Gosh.
Tiger?
I'm a
Who's
dad.
Tiger?
I'm a dad. Well, my little boy, Chris. I'm thinking.
I thought it was Luke.
I'm thinking Tiger.
Yeah, but Christiane's not.
Yeah, I don't know. Getting there.
Hey, come on, Christiane. She's listening, don't forget. So, to the victory ceremony for the ice dance. And the way the medal ceremonies have been staged has been exceptional, hasn't it?
Yeah, for the first time ever, we've actually had the national anthem sung. Goodness knows how many they've had to learn.
World Figure Skating Championships 2008, Gothenburg, Sweden. Victory ceremony, ice dancing.
So the presentation party now will make their way out towards the podium. Yes, and to think Isabelle and Olivier, they've never been on the podium at Worlds.
It's the way to do it, isn't it?
It certainly is. Straight to the top.
And so often I've seen them skate and thought they haven't received the marks they should have done. It's super to see them rewarded today.
Yeah, they've been close twice. Fourth last year, and fourth a couple of years ago in 2005. Even on the Olympics, finished fourth there as well.
And we had a question about where the Olympics will be next. 2010, it's in Vancouver. Canadians will have their eyes on that.
And World Ice Dance Champions for 2008 from France,
Isabelle Delobel Olivier Schoenfelder.
So here they are. This is the moment they've worked all their life for. The crowning moment of a glittering career. And you heard them say in the interview, it's a moment that they will remember for the rest of their lives.
Lovely to be on the ice with them. It's a great feeling to be out there in the bowl of the auditorium. 9,000 people surrounding you with the spotlights on. And it's a wonderful arena here, so well lit. Great atmosphere.
Feels good on the top there. Well done. So, to the silver medalists. Well, what a championships these two have had. Second in the compulsories. Dropped a little bit in the original. Third they were there, but they won the free dance tonight. It wasn't quite enough, but it was enough for a silver medal, and they'll be on the top before too long, won't they?
The performance of the night without any question.
This is the end of a great season for them. They won the 4 continents, Canadian national champions this year.
Jana Khokhlova Sergei Novitski.
And so to the Russian national champions. A bronze in the European Championships, and now a bronze in the World Championships. Only their third time competing at Worlds. But what a performance they gave as well. Although it has to be said, Sergei didn't look comfortable tonight.
So much power that they put into that routine, and the quality of their skating as well. And a very different routine, all the top three providing us with something different. So much richness in the ice dancing throughout the competition, even in the compulsory dances, which there's a threat to take it out, and so many of you have mailed in and said no, keep it. Christina Rigozzi, former world champion of course with Andrea Sali, said to me today, thank you for what you're doing to try and keep the compulsory dances in.
Pleasure. It's our pleasure.
Yeah, our mum been watching apparently and said we've been doing it, so she was really pleased. Christina now on the ISU, of course.
But you made a very good point there, Nikki. The
one in a week. One in a week is good.
No, it is good. It's getting better as the week goes on.
It's Friday.
Well, there's Mr. Octavio Cinquanta, President of the International Skating Union.
Accompanied by Mrs. Camilla.
The point you were making, Nikki, we'll go back to that, was that every one of the routines tonight from the medalists was completely different, and there was a fear. People have been talking that you know, with the new rules there's so many restrictions, it's hard to come up with anything original, it's hard to be creative. But all three of these teams have taken the rules and interpreted them in a different way.
They did that too in the original dance, and they also did it within the compulsory dance, particularly these two who made the Argentine tango their own at the very start of this competition.
I don't think she's going to let go of that medal all evening.
They deserve it.
They certainly do. And what about the last part of the competition for these two? It was close in the end, you know. 4 points. Khokhlova Novitski, 8th last year, up to 3rd in 2008. Magnificent achievement. Flowers being given by the referee for the event.
It's lovely that we can stay. We got the time to stay for the awards ceremony and share that with you.
Yes, you're going to enjoy the anthem. And I think the way the lighting's set and the stage management of this is giving us just a little taster of what's to come in the gala.
Yeah, the gala will be super. Of course, that's on Sunday, but the men before then, whoa, that's going to be exciting tomorrow afternoon.
It's going to be a humdinger. Don't miss it. 1 o'clock Central European time tomorrow we start. 12 o'clock on British Eurosport.
Skiljedomaren Roland Wehinger och tekniska kontrollanten Olga Gilardini framför sina
technical controller giving his congratulations, and that's what it's all about, that gold medal.
And Mrs. Olga Gilardini, technical controller of the men's event, extend congratulations to the medalists.
Well, it was fiercely fought on the ice, wasn't it? But you feel a real camaraderie between the teams.
Yeah, you do. And if it's the first time you've seen the awards ceremony, it's down in the guide as to how to run a championship, the protocol as to how everything is run, including this section. So certain dignitaries go up and down and everything is set. So if you do bid for a world championship and get it, you get the book and you play into that. They've done it so well here in Gothenburg throughout the competition.
So here we go, the national anthem of France. There's going to be some tears here. very, very well done.
There's a tear in my eye. I bet there is for you at home too.
Well, it's been a wonderful night. Thank you, Nikki. I hope you've enjoyed it back home. That wraps it up from Sweden for the moment, but we'll be back tomorrow for the conclusion of the men's competition. I wouldn't miss that one. We're live from 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, Central European time, an hour earlier on British Eurosport. Till then, from Nikki and me, good night.